Hi guys, welcome to episode 6 of my project mini build. Today I'm going to try and weld in and repair hopefully the last repair patch in the rear quarter. I'm going to have a go at making up just a panel repair patch myself to put in there, weld it in and just see how it goes. It might be a case of I might have to cut it back out and either make something bigger or buy a panel for it, but I'm going to do my best not to, so we should have to see how that goes. First of all though, one of the things I've noticed from watching my videos back, even after I edit them, is you guys can't really see a lot. I'm not very good at sort of explaining what I'm doing and stuff like that, and a lot of the time I just end up stood in front of the camera, so you can't really see a lot. It's probably not very interesting for you guys. So one of the first things I'm going to do is make a mount for my GoPro on this little tripod. Got a nut for it, so just going to weld a little bracket on the top to hold my GoPro on, and that should then allow me also to attach it to one of my magnets. So that means I can attach it to the bodywork somewhere, which hopefully then should mean I can get the GoPro a little bit closer to what I'm doing. So you guys don't have to see from miles back with me stood in front of the camera just seeing sparks flying around. So hopefully that'll make a better viewing experience for you guys, but we'll see what happens. Again, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we will get into it. So, there we have it. Not in the slightest bit pretty, but hopefully functional. And in the background, you might be able to see, my wife has come to join and is very kindly cleaning up the underside of the car. So, I'll show you a bit of that in a minute. But for now, find something else to do. Well, I want to give a massive shout out to my amazing wife, who has managed to clean up the underside of a Mini. Look at that. Obviously not finished yet, but a massive head start. Who says the fact that Minis leak oil is a bad thing? Look at how well it's protected all that. I'm amazed at that. Right, and now onto this rear panel. Made a new panel to go in. Got a couple more little cuts to make just to get it to fit perfectly. and then I'm going to have a go at welding it in. Say no idea how well or badly this is going to go, I'm just going to give it a try, and what's the worst that can happen? I have to cut it out and make a new one. So here we go. Right, it went so-so. Not overly happy with the welding. Some of the bits quite tricky to get to, but I'll see what it's like when I grind it back. But I don't think it's going to be bad enough to be pulling it out. It's going to need a light skim of filler just to make it look right. But it's also going to be hidden by the wheel arches mostly and the side trim. So we'll see what it's like when it's ground back. But I think I've done an okay job. I'm by no means saying it's a wonderful job or anything. The ideal situation would be to replace the whole quarter panel, but that's just not an option. So I think as a suitable alternative, this is the best I can do in-house. So there it is. And say some of the welding's not the best, but I think I'm going to have to go over it again once I've ground it all back, just fill in some of the holes. But it doesn't seem to have distorted the panel or anything, and it seems pretty strong as well. So I think we'll be rolling with it. So that's all done now. Ground it back. Unfortunately my camera battery died again, so but I just had a couple of little holes to plug up with the welder again. Did that just in time as the wire ran out in the welder, but it's now done, ground back. I've given it a coat of primer just to protect it, so that when I get round to sticking the body filler in. It is going to need some filler, but hopefully just a minimal skim. And to be perfectly honest, if that's the worst part on the whole car, then I can live with that. I'm not doing this to sell the car. This is going to be my personal car, so if it's a bit tatty around the edges and looks but it's structurally sound, I'm more than happy with that. So oh, that's it for this episode. Pretty happy with progress. Fingers crossed that's the last repair panel in. So I'm going to tub the arches, so that's a bit more welding, but that's my own modification. I can cope with that. Next step is to just attack the underside. get it all ready for seam sealer and paint. As you saw earlier, my wife did an amazing job of just cleaning up with a cloth and some thinners, and that's come up amazingly. So I'll just continue that, and then attack the rest of it with an angle grinder, get rid of any surface rust, anything I can, just try and give it the best chance it's got. I'm not by any means saying that it's not going to go rusty again. They always do, don't they? But I just want to give it the best fighting chance I can. So yeah, can't remember what I said earlier or not, but the mini spares order went in last night. So, and I ordered my top arms, reconditioned top arms. So that should mean I can get the front subframe built up. I've got it behind me at the moment, just doing some prep on it to get it ready for paint. I'm just going to wash it gloss black. I'm not going to do anything special with it, just rub it down and gloss black. And it should also mean I can get the engine running. I would just want to get the engine, as I've said in previous videos, just want to do some checks and then get the engine running before I slap it in case there's something majorly wrong with it. But as long as it runs and sounds okay, then it's going to be going in, because at the end of the day, if you have to take a mini engine out, they're not that hard. So I want to spend minimal time on it, so because hopefully it's not going to be in there for that long. So but we'll see. We'll try and get it running. So I've got another week and 2 days of furlough, so I've got my work cut out for me to try and get before I go back. Definitely want to try and get the underside finished, ready, and I want to get the front subframe built up, potentially with the engine in, having had it running, but that might not happen in time. And then I can get the front subframe on. It'd be nice to be able to drop it on its wheels, so I can then start mocking up the front end. But I'm not under any illusion I'm going to be getting that done in time. But it'd be quite nice to have that as a goal. One of the things I'd quite like to look into in the future, like a couple of years down the line, once it's all on the road, painted, and I've done all the other jobs. A couple of years ago, I came across, got offered a Swift conversion, Suzuki Swift GTI conversion, like complete conversion, subframe, everything, like drop in. I was really tempted and kind of gutted I didn't go for it now, but that's now something I'd possibly consider, because this is going to be a daily. Having the 5-speed, having the modern-ish engine in it might be beneficial to reliability, but we'll see, because that's quite a big outlay, and at the end of the day that can be done much further down the line. Certainly as it's going to have a flip front on it, so taking all the subframe and everything off is going to be a doddle. So that's a decision for much later down the line. But in case anyone's got any information or any anything on those Swift conversions, then yeah, let me know. Again, if you've got any questions, hints, tips, drop them in the comments. I will look at them and do my best to reply. Hopefully the filming on this one's been a little bit better. I'm still sort of getting used to the whole YouTube thing. It takes me far longer to edit them than it does to film them, so I'm trying to cut that down a little bit, at the same time try and keep it as interesting as it is for you guys. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.